Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
A continuación, Voces en Acción, el programa comunitario que informa a la comunidad latina. Voces en Acción, la verdad en acción. Voices in Action, the truth in action. Now, con ustedes, Jenny Ibarra.
Buen día, buenas tardes, buenas noches, donde quiera que usted esté. Nuevamente, Voces en Acción para poder traerle la información apropiada para que usted tenga todos los datos y pueda establecer su propia decisión de sus propias cosas y tomar acción en las cosas que tenga que hacer. Esta vez tengo la oportunidad de traer conmigo a una de las cámaras de comercio, en las cuales ellos están aquí para servirle a la comunidad. Tengo al presidente del señor Scott Harper, que él es de la Cámara de Comercio de Conroe, y nos viene a hablar sobre todas las actividades, todas las cosas que ellos hacen a nivel de Conroe, a nivel de Montgomery, como Cámara de Seguro, Cámara de Comercio acreditada por la Asociación de Cámaras de Comercio a nivel nacional en los Estados Unidos. Recuerden, muchas veces tratamos de unirnos con cámaras de comercio o con lugares que no están acreditados. Esta Cámara de Comercio está acreditada. Tiene uno de los mejores ratings como una Cámara de Comercio y de eso vamos a estar hablando con ellos. También hablando sobre los aspectos de lo que significa una Cámara de Comercio, cómo se trabaja una Cámara de Comercio, qué valor le da a su compañía, a su pequeño negocio, el estar con una Cámara de Comercio. Today, good afternoon, good day, wherever you are. Jenny Rosales from Voces en Acción, bringing you the latest information in regards to everything that has been going on in the community, so you can make your own decisions. You can make your own choices. If you're a business owner, right now I'm bringing you the Conroe Chamber of Commerce, and I did one for the Hispanic Chamber as well. So I'm sorry about that. But basically, this one is the Conroe Chamber of Commerce, and I bring in with me Mr. Scott Harper, which he is the president or director and in charge of the chamber, and he's bringing us a lot of information that you, as a business owner, must and need to know in order to choose who are you doing networking with, who are you working with, what kind of partners do you have, how this chamber is gonna help you grow your business, how they gonna assist you providing the necessities of training that they have. Mr. Scott Harper has a lot of years of experience, and he has devoted himself with the community on showing us what the chamber is doing and how the community is growing. Another thing that I have to mention, remember, not every single Chamber of Commerce is accredited. This Chamber of Commerce is accredited. You need to go, sometimes we need to go and find online the organizations that are really accredited on what they say, that they're doing the work, that they're certified. And the Conroe is one of the many chambers in our area that is really accredited, that is working for the community, and that is pro the community. The reason that I decided to bring both of the chambers of commerce, the Hispanic Chamber Commerce in our past show and in this one, is because I am trying to educate every single aspect of them. Why? Because they're mingling, they're uniting, they're doing a program together that is going to come for further down the road, where when you become a member of the Hispanic Chamber, and automatically you're a member of the Conroe Chamber of Commerce. So they're linking both of them together. They're working for the community because our community in Conroe is growing. Montgomery County is growing. So we need to do that to be able to serve all the community, to be able to know who is in business for plumbing, who is in business for education, who is in business for electrician, what are the hospitals, who are the donors, who's helping us with the first responders. All that stuff is doing. People that are in service for your pets, or people that are in service for anything that you can think of, okay? They are gathered in those chambers, and you are able to network yourself with what you provide with them, and at the same time exchange clients. Okay, maybe I'm buying a house, and maybe I need a remodeling of a house, and I provide the radio information, and somebody comes to me and says, Jenny, you know something? I am able to help you with the building of your kitchen or remodeling your house. Things like that. Do you exchange clientels? You learn more about building or growing your profits and whatever is it that you're doing. And at the same time, you are learning how big is Conroe and how profitable is being a part of this community. I would like at this time to remind you that Voces en Acción is here to educate the most that we can educate everybody in all the aspects. But in order for us to do this, we need to get sponsors in there. We need to get people that help us continue doing our work. And I do appreciate your support every time that you listen to one of our programs. I do appreciate everything that you can do by as well passing along the information to the Hispanic community that we're here to serve them. We're here to assist them understand. And of course, I said the Hispanic community, because my show is fully bilingual. But at the same time, I help other people from the community in the English aspect, Asian community, Black American, Anglos, and everybody that doesn't speak the Hispanic language is able to understand how our culture is. Estamos aquí para poderlos ayudar a entender qué es lo que es una cámara de comercio, cómo se verifica que una cámara de comercio es verdadera, qué implica pertenecer y cómo usted puede crecer su negocio, qué es lo que hacen en networking, que es intercambio de información, cómo se puede ayudar para usted tener más clientela. La Cámara de Comercio de Montgomery Hispana y la Cámara de Conroe se van a unificar y van a tratar de hacer un programa donde ustedes puedan tomar la decisión de que cuando ustedes se hacen miembro de una, automáticamente tienen membresía con la otra. ¿Por qué? Porque está creciendo Montgomery, está creciendo Conroe y necesitamos tener todos bajo un solo techo. ¿Quiénes están encargados de los hospitales? ¿Quiénes son los donadores? ¿Quiénes ayudan con pacientes de cáncer? Enfermeras. ¿Dónde están los abogados? ¿Dónde están los economos? ¿Dónde están los diferentes lugares donde puede conseguir un plomero? ¿Donde puede conseguir una persona que le haga madera o que construya carro, que ayude con su carro mecánico o que construya cosas así? Todo ese tipo de ramal se encuentra en una sola base. Esa base es mediante las cámaras de comercio y la Cámara Hispana. Ellos se encargarán de ayudarle a usted a poder tomar la decisión de cómo usted crecer su negocio, sea lo que usted ofrezca, y automáticamente cómo usted entrelazar y conseguir más información de otros negocios. Le dan talleres de crecimiento, de economía. Hay muchas reuniones durante los meses. Se unen para hacer eventos, para apoyar a otros negocios. Todo eso lo está haciendo el señor Scott Harper junto con la Cámara de Conroe, Ley Conroe. Por favor, escuchen este programa para educarse, para poder entender lo que está pasando en la comunidad y al mismo tiempo tomar nota de que todos estamos unidos por un solo propósito, que es vivir y amar y querer lo que es Conroe, lo que es Montgomery, y podernos ayudar mutuamente como comunidad. Me despido y por favor manténganse para que esté en sintonía con el señor Harper y con la entrevista que le hice en previos días, y estamos a su disposición con nosotros en Voces en Acción para darle a usted la información. Haga like, escúchenos pase la información de nosotros a otros lugares, haga sponsor nuestro programa. Nosotros necesitamos de su apoyo para mantenernos. Que pase buen día. You guys have a nice day. Please continue holding for your show with Mr. Scott Harper, that he's going to come and give us the information. And it was nice communicating my information to you guys. Please give likes, keep us posted, pass our word around. Voces en Acción is here for the community. Have a nice day.
Voces en Acción, el programa comunitario que informa a nuestra comunidad latina. Usted puede apoyarnos con su patrocinio, informando, promoviendo y ayudando a nuestra comunidad. ¿Tiene algún comentario? ¿Quiere hablar con nosotros? Podemos escucharle y ayudarle. Llámenos ahora al 832-732-4744. 832-732-4744. Voces en Acción, la verdad en acción. 832-732-4744.
Good day. Buenos días, buenas tardes, donde quiera que esté, wherever you are. Here, Jenny Rosales again with Voces en Acción, bringing you the latest information about our community and everything that is going around, and making sure that you're well informed of the organizations that are deep-rooted in our community and that are helping every single person around the community, regardless of where you're Asian, Black, American, Hispanic. We have organizations that are dedicated, especially for business owners. And today we're going to be talking with the president of the Conroe Chamber of Commerce. He's with us, Mr. Scott Harper. Buenos días, buenas tardes, donde quiera que usted esté. Como le dije anteriormente, hoy traigo nuevamente, Jenny, Voces de Acción, la información correcta para que usted esté informado de todas las cosas que están pasando en la comunidad, especialmente en el área de Montgomery y en Conroe. Y hoy vengo a traerles una de las organizaciones que se encarga de servir a la comunidad hispana, anglosajona, asiática, no importa donde usted sea, pero esa corporación se encarga de ayudar a los pequeños negocios y a los grandes también a ejercer, a trabajar, a conseguir empleos, etc. Voy a hablar con el señor Scott Harper. Él va a hablar sobre su trayectoria en la comunidad y sobre cómo es él. Thank you, Mr. Scott, for being with me today. And as you know, it's a fully bilingual show. Everything that you say will be said in Spanish, so bear with me because of that.
No problem. Thanks for having me. Looking forward to it.
Scott, our community is very noisy, so we want to know who's Scott Harper, first of all.
Sure.
And then after that, we want to know everything, every single knick-knack, so we're able to understand when we're investing, what are we getting? And at the same time, how we're growing. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So a little bit about me. I've been in this area for about 18 years.
Okay.
Have a 18-year career with the YMCA.
Oh, okay. So you started right.
That's how I moved to Texas. I was at the YMCA in Tampa, Florida. My dad started having health concerns, and he lived in Arkansas. And so I was looking for places within the Y I could stay with the Y and get closer to my dad, and interviewed and became the executive director of the Conroe YMCA. And so,
which one? The one right here or the one in Woodlands or the one in Shadowbend?
Conroe, which it used to be the Conroe YMCA, and now the city has bought that, so that facility is no longer a Y. And so while I was serving as the executive director there, I became really ingrained in the community. Got here in 2005. Went to through LMC in 2006, which I know you're going through now.
Exactly.
And we went to, I was asked to join the board of the Chamber of Commerce. So I served as the board, as a board member of the Chamber of Commerce, got very involved. And then that led into me
being the president,
going into being the president. Yes.
Do you have any kids? Are you married?
Yes, been married for 27 years.
Amen.
Yes, yes. And I have two kids. I have a senior at Baylor University. She will graduate in December. And I have a sophomore at Texas Tech.
Okay, that's so, well, until you have one that graduated from Texas Tech, my oldest one. So they're great universities, so they're learning the best. El señor Scott Harper, él trabaja con la comunidad por muchos años. Tiene 18 años de estar aquí envuelto en todas las cosas que necesitaba. Mira, comenzó con el YMCA. y automáticamente por ver la necesidad de que su papá necesitaba tratamiento y eso, se acercó más al área y fue director de YMCA aquí en Conroe. Después que cerraron el YMCA porque perteneció ya a la ciudad en Conroe, automáticamente él comenzó a ser director de la junta directiva ¿cómo se llama? De la Cámara de Comercio de Conroe, y automáticamente de tanto envolverse ahora es presidente de la Cámara de Comercio. Él tiene una esposa, está casado, tiene 2 hijas y una está en Baylor y la otra está en Texas Tech University terminando su educación cada una, y como digo, es un hombre familiar, un hombre que se encarga de trabajar con la comunidad y dar lo mejor de sí. Scott, I'm going to start from little tiny things. People that have no idea what is a Chamber of Commerce. Mm-hmm. What is a Chamber of Commerce?
A Chamber of Commerce is a 501c6 organization that essentially helps drive business and economic growth in the community. And that can be done in a number of different ways, depending on the size of the business, the emphasis of the business. And, every community is a little bit different, but ours is very unique and very proud of what we have. We're getting ready to celebrate 90 years.
Okay.
Our official name is the Conroe.
Lake Conroe.
No, our official name is the Montgomery County Chamber of Commerce.
Oh, really?
Because we were the first one back in the day. And so as other communities have popped up and grown, they've adopted their own chambers, but so we now do business as the Lake Conroe Chamber of Commerce.
Okay. Le pregunté al señor Scott que qué es lo que es una cámara de comercio. Todos nosotros sabemos, la cámara de comercio, ¿qué es lo que hacen? ¿Qué es lo que es? Él me dice que es una organización 506C, que es casualmente una organización que se encarga, certificada por el gobierno, que se encarga de ayudar a crecer los negocios y ayudarlos a desarrollarse mediante el crecimiento de la población, que eso es lo que ellos hacen usualmente. Automáticamente hay diferentes métodos de ayudar al crecimiento de su organización, pero comienzan con pequeños empresarios para poder hacerlo. Ellos comenzaron como el Montgomery County, Cámara de Comercio de Montgomery County, pero ahora se llaman Conroe Cámara de Comercio. Ahora, tienen muchos años, van a cumplir 90 años de estar aquí. Y ellos se especializan en trabajar con miles de asociaciones para poder dar los entrenamientos, la capacitación, la ayuda, el apoyo para que esas organizaciones puedan mantenerse en estatus con lo que se llama las diferentes agencias y los diferentes tipos de programas gubernamentales. Okay, now, having said that, I will go ahead and go back in this. Basically, you guys are here to help the growth within the same business. And at the same time, to make sure that those businesses are accounted. That means everything that they apply for funds or they're doing things like that, they will have to take your trainings and they go through your things to learn how to, like, for example, if I want to apply for the city of Conroe for any XRB, if I'm a contractor, you guys will guide that person to do how to learn to apply and how to do funding or how to grants, things like that. Do you guys go through that as well?
So if we don't do it ourselves, we partner with other organizations. So if there's a new business that is coming in and doesn't know what to do, where to start, then we will help them get them on their way. We partner with the small business development centers through Lone Star and through Sam Houston State University.
So basically you guide them through different organizations that will do the job so they can get ahead.
Sure, yes.
Okay. Ellos sirven como un liaison, un link entre lo que usted necesita y las diferentes organizaciones que pueden usted como dueño de un negocio puede necesitar. Si usted es un pequeño empresario que quiere aplicar para un tipo de fondo, supongamos de contratista con la ciudad, ellos se encargan, ellos no lo hacen ellos mismos, pero ellos dicen, ¿sabes qué? Estás en la universidad de Sam Houston State University, está el Lone Star Program, y ellos tienen diferentes programas donde usted puede ir, meterse, estudiar y entonces sacar la oportunidad para poder aplicar para los fondos de la ciudad. Eso es un ejemplo de tantas cosas que ellos tienen. Do you have all this? How many businesses you have registered so far within the Montgomery County the Montgomery County Chamber of Commerce?
So in our chamber right now, we're right at around 900 members.
Okay.
We continue to grow, and with Conroe being one of the fastest growing cities in the country, inside one of the fastest growing counties in the country, our goal is to mirror that growth. But it's really about quality and not quantity. So I don't really care what that number is. It's just, are we serving those people
correctly
in the right way? Because we have small entrepreneurs, one person that
like
they're doing great work in the community, like you, business coaches, other people that are doing a variety of things, all the way up to billion-dollar companies,
corporations
that are in
Herman Memorial Hospital.
Exactly. Yeah, they're all over the place, and so somehow in between that spectrum, we serve them, and we serve them in different ways. And I think what we try to leverage is those bigger corporations that give and support the chamber through membership and sponsorships. We're able to use those proceeds to benefit and do seminars and bring different educational opportunities for the smaller ones.
Exactly.
Because the price of our membership that we charge doesn't cover the full cost.
Exactly.
And so that's why those special events and other things are very important for us to be able to provide those opportunities for those smaller organizations that don't have those resources.
Okay. Ellos tienen miembros, más de 900, alrededor de 900 miembros. Me dice que no es la cantidad de miembros, sino la calidad. Ellos quieren asegurarse de que ellos sirvan a los miembros como debe ser adecuadamente. Tienen miembros como, supongamos en este momento, el Memorial Herman of the Woodlands, que es uno de los miembros más grandes que tiene la Cámara. También tienen al Conroe, que es uno de los miembros también que tienen diferentes tipos de miembros que son corporaciones ya fundadas y con miles y miles de dólares que tienen que trabajar. Y también tienen miembros pequeños como yo, que yo también soy parte de la Cámara de Comercio de Conroe. Ahora, ella dice que ellos utilizan los fondos, porque en la membresía, hay una membresía que es básica, que cualquier persona puede adquirir, pero dice que la membresía no es suficiente para poder soportar el tipo de tecnología y el tipo de trabajo que hay que dar para poder ayudar a los pequeños empresarios como yo. Entonces, los miembros grandes que dan donaciones, que dan ayuda y asistencia a la Cámara, con ese dinero se utiliza para poder dar entrenamiento y asistir o dar charlas, dar conferencias, dar este tipo de equipo, ayudar a los pequeños miembros como nosotros que estamos conversando nuestro propio negocio en casa o donde quiera que usted lo tenga. I just explained them the same thing, but in Spanish. Ahora, voy a proceder y voy a ir a ver si nuestro productor nos pone el website de la Cámara de Comercio para que entonces podamos ver exactamente cómo usted puede loguearse o meterse. Y si a usted le interesa leer la historial y automáticamente hacerse miembro, cada diciembre, cada enero es la membresía, pero si lo quiere hacer antes no hay ningún problema. Y le voy a preguntar los precios al señor Harper. Okay, I'm letting them know that I'm going to ask the producer to go ahead and put the website that you guys have, which is beautiful. I went through it yesterday. I've been linking and everything. Eventually, you have perfect. It's like getting more and more information over it, and I love it. I was going to ask you, it doesn't give you, because I've been trying to, there's memberships, but it doesn't give you the price. Because you have to fill out the whole form and then it'll tell you the price. What are the prices to start with? Do you have an idea, or it's not there, or you just have to call to inquire? Because if somebody's trying to...
If you go to membership and programming opportunities.
Okay. Vamos a entrar para conseguir la oportunidad de programación y de membresía allí, y nos dice exactamente los tipos de membresías que están activas. Estoy en la Cámara de Comercio. El website es www.conroe.org. Repito, www.conroe.org. Entonces, yeah, I was looking at it. It doesn't give you quite if you want to become a member, it says join the chamber. In that one, I always click, but you have to fill out your information and go through the whole thing, and it tells you the packages.
Yeah, it should be another link. Click on join the chamber as well, there if you would.
Member benefit, join today.
Member benefit, well, under the
application.
Go to the.
No, I was trying that last night. I'm like, okay, he doesn't give you. Well, it's the minimum is around 200.
So the investment, membership levels and benefits.
Okay, right there. That's what I was looking for.
Yep. So
okay, perfect.
Yes.
No, Perfect.
So what we've done over the last year, me coming in May of 2021, we went through a strategic planning session in December of last year.
Okay.
And what we did is we had even more levels. And
yes,
so
because I was able to get in the smaller level. Like, I'm a new kid on the block.
Right. And so you came in earlier, and so those levels have shifted already.
Okay.
And so anyone that was currently a member are at the old rates. And so
Okay.
that's $325. That's what they were before.
Okay.
But as of May of this past year, that went up to $500.
Okay. So
The reason we did that is we did market analysis, area analysis with chambers that are local here. And then also chambers across the country for those that are our size and kind of the size of our city. And it costs us about $1,100 to $1,200 to provide a membership to a member.
Okay.
Through all the things that we do. We were charging $325.
Okay.
There's a huge gap.
Exactly.
Huge gap.
The
So we
level.
did an adjustment. We're not going to do the base level and go from $325 to $1,200. But what we did is went to $500. 70% of our membership was paying $325 or less for their members.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
so really it's more of just a sustainability. This adjustment probably should have been done 10 years ago.
Okay.
But all of our current members that were at the old rate will get a letter this January, and they will
Stating-
still have an entire year for staying at their original rate.
Oh,
And
so I was saying
we've been able to grandfather
grandfather
people
for 2 years.
2 years to give them enough time to be able to budget and there. And
Exactly.
we really feel that the $180 something difference, they get that back in the benefits. There shouldn't be.
Yeah.
And the unique thing is it comes at a bad time for everyone. The economy is not doing great. People are still recovering from COVID, but we have to make sure that we're financially sustainable
Exactly.
for the future.
Exactly.
Because a lot of chambers are struggling with that right
Ok,
now.
como estaba enseñando ayer ahorita los diferentes tipos de niveles, comienza con business de 500 y termina con platinum de 5,000. Ok, en muchos años la Cámara de Comercio cobraba $350 para unirse, pero por el problema de que han crecido tanto y necesitan estabilizar los tantos miembros han decidido, y la junta directiva, que hay que subir el precio. Ahora, las personas que entraron, por lo menos que yo entré el año pasado, que me dieron un precio específico, ese específico me lo van a tener un año más por garantía, porque hay mucha gente que estaba con COVID, con un montón de problemas, que ha habido pérdidas en los negocios para que la persona pueda estabilizarse. Entonces, el próximo año, de más arriba, van a comenzar a cobrar $500 para comenzar la membresía básica. ¿Okay? Las membresías te explican básicamente qué es lo que van a hacer, cómo te cobran, qué clase de cosas tienes tú, cuáles son tus beneficios por cada nivel. Y lo explica ahí. Está en inglés, sí, perfectamente. Se puede conseguir información en español porque la tienen y hay que preguntar nada más. Y eso es una cosa que vamos a hablar ahora con él, porque también ellos se han hecho partner con la Cámara, con la Cámara de Hispanos de Montgomery. Y eso es lo que le voy a preguntar yo a él ahorita mismo. Scott, everything is in English, and I'm telling them about the whole membership they can get in. But I know that your partnership with the Montgomery County Hispanic Chamber.
Yes.
Okay. And that's a magnificent, and that's something that all of us as a Hispanic, we want that because we can get through the Hispanic Chamber probably has a little bit more lack on the membership because of knowing that the amount of people that are walking in,
Right.
and at the same time we will have the same benefits of joining or being with your partnership at the
Right.
same time.
Yes.
And that's something that you guys are trying to do several programs in the coming months. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yes. So I know Miguel. Miguel and I were in the same Leadership Montgomery class in
2006,
and we go way back. And so one of our initiatives is before they ever decided to kind of ramp their chamber back up is our Hispanic outreach.
Exactly.
And so we'll be focusing more on any businesses that are Hispanic owned, women owned, or veteran owned. So minority, women and veteran-owned businesses, we have opportunities through the U.S. Chamber of Commerce for additional grants and funding to help support them in different ways.
Okay.
And so that's one of them going to be some of our outreach programs. And because the Hispanic community, especially in Conroe, has continued to grow, and the demographics in the school systems is what we follow, because the Hispanic enrollment just continues just to grow at a steady rate. So one of the things we're doing, and we were going to start a focus group, and then I see Miguel, and he's like, hey, guess what? We're getting ready to relaunch our Hispanic chamber. I'm like, well, let's partner, because instead of us trying to do it and replicate what you're trying to do, let's do it together. And so a lot of times chambers won't work together because people are like, well, these are our members. This, the more that we can do together, the better off we are. And it's really about the community. And so we're partnering. We're going to be working on a reciprocating membership. So if you are a member of our chamber, you can be a member of theirs as well. But it's got to make sense. And so we're still working on, with them just starting up again, we're starting to have those conversations and figuring out what that is.
Exactly.
And so there's going to be a lot of opportunity there, and I'm looking forward to that. And as many of those events, just like they had their luncheon this week, as many of those events they have, I will be attending. And as he will be attending ours. And then we are launching an event through the Small Business Association, the SBA. They're coming in and doing what they call a business meetup, and there will be bilingual individuals there from the SBA, and they will be able to talk through everyone there about what they do and what resources they bring to the table. And the cool thing that they do, it's free. And so many people don't understand.
Don't understand that.
They
Exactly.
don't understand that it's free. They always think that there's something, a hidden catch.
Exactly.
And there's not. It's completely free. And we feel the chambers can better educate people about those resources.
And that's one of my mottos, education, sir. And you know me. You saw me since the first one time that I was trying to put this together, and it's almost a year already. And I sometimes I pinch myself, and I'm like, it's almost getting to a year that I've been doing this, because of the empowerment that the chamber gave me, the empowerment that people gave me when I went in and I did networking. It was amazing, the type of people that I met, the people that believed on my show, and the type of people that I have been bringing on to make sure that there's a quality of education for the Hispanic community as well. El señor Harper me acaba de hablar claramente de lo siguiente. Estamos tratando, va a haber una mancuerna entre Montgomery County Hispanic Chamber, o la Cámara de Comercio, la Cámara de Hispanos de Montgomery con la Cámara de Comercio de Conroe. Por eso lo sentido es lo siguiente. Ellos, primero que todo, son cámaras acreditadas. Es lo primero que tengo que decir. Después vamos a explicar qué es lo que es una cámara acreditada, para que sepamos exactamente dónde metemos nuestro dinero. No es cualquier cámara que está por ahí que dice, yo soy una cámara, usted puede venir a mi reunión. No, eso no es así. Estas son cámaras que son acreditadas por el sector nacional de cámaras de comercio. Eso es lo que usted tiene que averiguar, para que no vaya a pensar que eso lo voy a preguntar al señor Scott, pero ahorita mismo ellos quieren hacer varios proyectos con el señor Miguel López, que es el presidente de la Cámara de Hispanos de Montgomery, y que está volviéndose a renacer. Esa cámara tiene muchos años. El problema es que ha sido reafirmada completamente, y ahora van a ser partner con ellos. Quieren ayudar a la comunidad hispana a que los hispanos, como usted, como yo, que tenemos pequeños negocios, podamos dar acceso a los recursos que las dos cámaras tienen. Porque si ellos hacen una mancuerna, cuando usted entra como miembro de la Cámara de Hispanos de Montgomery, automáticamente usted es miembro de la Cámara de Montgomery County. Los dos conjuntamente le van a dar a usted la necesidad y los recursos para que su negocio salga adelante. Lo quieren hacer así porque dicen que la educación es la base de lo que está pasando. Muchos pequeños negocios no tienen los recursos porque no saben qué es la educación, y porque no saben que hay muchos programas que son gratuitos y que se le dan para darle empowerment, para darle guía, para poder dar los pequeños recursos para que usted pueda mantener su negocio al aire. Accredited and not accredited. I need you to, and I just said it right there, and can you do me a favor, sir? Can you put go back to the same, and in the bottom, I think it says, on the same home, it says, go back, go down, keep, okay. In the bottom, all the way in the bottom. Right there. That's sealed right there. The red one.
Yep.
Okay. Quiero que vean ese sello. Por favor, mírenlo y vamos a hablar sobre eso. Can you explain us what is being accredited? Because there's too many people out there saying, I have a Chamber of Commerce, I am da-da-da, and they're charging people $400, $500 to get in. They're saying things that they shouldn't be saying, and they're misleading completely the whole community, and that's not supposed to be done. True. Can you help us with this?
So two different things that I'll talk about. So you can be a Chamber of Commerce and not be accredited.
Okay.
Okay. But to be a Chamber of Commerce through the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, you have to be chartered. You have to receive a charter from them, and you have to follow all the rules of a nonprofit, have a governing board. You have to have a group that oversees the finances. You should be audited. You should be reviewed in a number of different
all
ways.
The banks.
And then you actually have a tax ID number that is assigned to you because you are a certified chamber and a nonprofit, and we're a 501c6, not a 501c3, so not a charitable.
Let me ask you. You said having a charter. What is a charter?
A charter is essentially approval from the U.S. Chamber of Commerce stating that you are a chamber.
Okay, ya entendí.
Yes.
A chapter, it will be chapter in Spanish.
Corrector. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Now.
So then within the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, there is a program called the accreditation process.
Okay.
And the accreditation process is a 7-step process that they look at everything that we do.
Okay.
All of our governance, all of our policies when it comes to human resources, all of our policies regards to membership, our financial responsibilities, everything that we do. We're required to do audits.
Okay.
So every year we either have a full-fledged financial audit, which we make a huge investment on, close to $12,000.
Wow.
To be audited, for somebody, an external person to come in and look at everything that we do.
Exactly.
And then on the other year we do a review. So
Okay.
it's still an
A
audit, but it's not as in depth.
Exactly.
But every other year we have to do that, and that's required to be an accredited chamber.
Okay.
And I will, a Chamber of Commerce is a nonprofit. All of your records should be readily available to anyone who asks for them.
Okay, perfect.
And so if people aren't sharing that, then that should tell you something. But going through the accreditation process, there's 5 levels. There's 5 stars.
Okay.
That's the highest, and we are the highest.
The highest, okay.
The first time we went through it back in 2012, we started it. And we started the process, and we went through certification, and we only got 3 stars.
Okay.
And the reason we didn't get all, we hadn't taken a trip to Washington D.C.,
okay,
which they really like.
Okay.
And then they thought we should have more money in the bank account. Well,
okay.
However, we owned our facility, we own our building.
So basically,
a lot of chambers don't
own the building.
Own it. So, but we didn't get credit essentially for that.
Okay.
So then 5 years later, they went through accreditation again, and they got the 5 stars because they were able to put some more money in the bank, and they had made a trip to Washington, D.C.
Okay, let me explain this to the Hispanic community. La Cámara de Comercio está acreditada bajo un nivel completamente número 5 de la Asociación de Cámaras de Comercio Acreditadas de los Estados Unidos. ¿Cómo hace eso? Hacen un proceso de 7 pasos en donde averiguan quiénes son los que gobiernan la junta directiva, quiénes están empleados, el grupo de corporación financiero que está soportando. Ellos hacen auditoría a la Cámara todos los años, un año sí, un año no, profundo. En el medio del año hacen otra auditoría leve, pero hay que mantener reportándose. Eso desde el 2012, la primera vez que le dieron a ellos fueron 3 puntos, ahora son 5. Significa que ellos pasaron a un nivel más alto. Al pasar al nivel más alto, ellos están... Cualquier persona usted puede entrar y preguntar, y ellos le pueden proveer a usted copia de todos sus reportes del dinero que ellos han gastado, cómo lo han utilizado, quiénes son los donantes, quiénes son las personas que trabajan en la junta directiva, quiénes son las personas que están encargadas de las finanzas, todo eso, ¿ok? Le digo esto por lo siguiente. muchas cámaras de comercio allá afuera dicen, yo soy cámara de comercio, mire, véngase a mi lugar y no sé qué, y yo le cobro $400 o $500 por entrar. Mire si es acreditada, mire si le puede dar los récords a ustedes de financiamiento de los últimos 5 o 6 años, mire si esa persona va a utilizar ese dinero para lo que realmente está haciendo o si no, va a metérselo en el bolsillo. Mire quién es. No todas las cámaras, aquí en Conroe, lo digo específicamente que en Conroe, solamente 2 que he visto que están acreditadas y son la Cámara de Comercio que se llama Lake Conroe, Conroe y Montgomery County Hispanic Chamber, o la Cámara de los hispanos que están acreditados, que tienen 20 años, esta tiene 20 años en el servicio. Hay en el área del sur, hay cámaras de comercio. Asegúrense que tengan el sello de acreditadas, asegúrense que hayan sido evaluadas, porque usted tiene que invertir dinero, entonces usted tiene que ellos le tienen que dar el reporte de qué fue lo que hicieron con el dinero suyo. Y eso quiero que lo diga, porque mucha gente está abusando de esto, diciéndome, yo me llamo fulanito, yo soy sultanito, y yo quiero hacer lo que quiero hacer, y así no es. And I'm explaining them dearly because I have a lot of people that have come to me and asked me, and I meant to tell you, they come and say, Jenny, this is a chamber of commerce. They're coming for this one and that one. What should I do? I said, something, go to AAA, Better Business Bureau, and the AAA, and find out. Go into the IRS, find out if they're accredited, if they're 501c or 506c. They need to be completely and out with this accredited. So that's what I'm telling them. So they won't take the money and they will be like, okay, I took your money, but you haven't done anything on what you're telling me that you're going to be doing. And that's something that they're losing. They're losing a lot.
Well, and one of the things through our process and through our audit, like there is a paper trail for everything.
Exactly.
And we know where it's going, and there's a percentage of every membership due that's put to allocations on how much time that I spend in administration, how much time we spend on governmental affairs, how much time we spend in membership, and how much time. So there's the report's there, and it's extensive, but we pay for it. But we want to be very transparent. The accreditation gets us, that puts us in the top 3% of chambers across the country.
Okay.
For us to be accredited. We're the only one in Montgomery County that's currently accredited, and we're only one of about 2 or 3 in the greater Houston area that have 5 stars. There's other ones that have other levels, 2s,
but at
3s.
least they're accredited. They're trying to get accredited. That's something that
should be a goal.
That should be the goal of everybody that is opening a chamber.
Okay. But a lot of chambers choose not to do it.
Not to do it.
It's an investment. It takes a lot of time, but we're very proud of that, and we will continue to continue the level of operations to continue to
excel.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know why you wouldn't want to be that. Yes.
Le digo, me está explicando que no todas las cámaras están certificadas. Él está en el tercer la Cámara de Ley Conroe está en el tercer porcentaje de los Estados Unidos como cámaras acreditadas por el gobierno. Automáticamente dice que no son muchas las que están aquí en Texas, que están acreditadas con un nivel 5. Él dice que él no entiende por qué mucha gente no quieren hacerlo. Muchas cámaras no lo quieren hacer, quizás por no invertir, pero simple y sencillamente cada pedazo de papel que entra o sale de la Cámara de Comercio de Ley Conroe, de aquí de Conroe, Ley Conroe, está certificado, está traqueado y hay copias. No hay nada turbio en lo que usted invierta y todo se le puede repetir, se le puede dar a conocer. Ahora vamos a hablar de lo último, que es networking, que es lo que yo quiero que ustedes aprendan, que el hispano tiene que comenzar a hacer network, conectarse, y ellos tienen hermosas reuniones de networking. Sir, I'm telling them that I love your networking sessions, and that's something that I try to go in. Even my producer goes, his father, everybody that is able to, we go to you because we're able to get new connections, new people, more. So that's something that they can invest their time on it. Okay, can you tell us? Do you have what specific dates? Do they go to a specific event thing? Okay, you know something, sir? Can you put the events? Click on the events. Ok, si miran aquí, dice el calendario de la comunidad y todo lo demás, y automáticamente está octubre, y le dice todos los eventos que tienen en la Cámara de Comercio. Son eventos que son gratis. Usted llega, usted conoce, intercambia su tarjeta, su servicio. Yo, personalmente, lo hago. Ahora, le estoy preguntando al señor Harper que nos explique. Sir, how do you guys come up with those events?
So it's regardless of what chamber you are in across the country, networking is the key. It's getting people together to create a community within the community, and that's a chamber community within the existing community to where you want to do business. You get to meet them, you get to talk to them. You're like, you know what? I need a printer, or I need somebody else to do this to help me with my business. I'm going to go to that chamber member because I met them and they were nice, and I heard their story and I heard their commercial, and it reminded me. People are about 75 to 80% more likely to do business with a chamber member than they are with somebody that's not a chamber member.
Okay.
Because it's the exposure and the reputation that most chambers carry with them. So our events are very scheduled. On the second Thursday of every month is our morning mingle, and that's our breakfast events. And then on the third Thursday of every month, which is also our board meeting day, is our after hours, our fun after fives. And so what that allows us to do is to have chamber members host the event, provide great breakfast, or provide an after hours event from social, appetizers and drinks. But it allows them to that's a live commercial for people to come in and try new things. And then it's also that time for those members to get together and share. We also promote members to bring guests, because that's a great way for us to attract new members to come in and feel that they have an opportunity to meet new people. And one of the things that we're proud of is that we've been labeled as a very relational chamber. Like when you come in, we try to invite and make sure that we acknowledge everyone. But if we see somebody we haven't recognized, we're going to key in on them, go over and introduce ourselves, and make sure that they feel at home. And that
I feel, yes, Pauline and all your staff have done a marvelous job, at least with me, and that's something that I want to communicate to the Hispanic community, that you guys really care for those people that are coming in, brand new ones, and the ones that are there as well, because you give a 1 minute spot to everyone. So they're able to introduce themselves, say what they're serving, and after that, the mingling is so even greater, because
that's the best part of it.
That's the part of it, exactly.
Yes.
And quiero que sepan que la Cámara de Comercio tiene todos los jueves en las mañanas lo que le llaman el mingo, que son, creo el último fue el 13, fue en Black Walnut Café. Se reúnen cualquier business grande, dice, ven acá, 20, te doy de comer, desayuno, y todos los miembros pagan $15, los que son miembros, entran y se sientan. Estamos hablando de 60, 70 personas, y tienes un minuto para dar propaganda sobre tu trabajo y conocer a alguien más, intercambiar ideas, intercambiar compañías, intercambiar clientes, porque yo puedo entrar y necesito una persona que venga a hablar de ciencia, esta persona me dice, Jenny, yo necesito una persona que me ayude para otra cosa. Intercambiar la información es lo más, eso se llama networking, y eso es lo que la Cámara tiene, además de que hacen rifas. Se siente uno en casa. Ellos, cuando no conocen a una persona, ellos mismos, los mismos staff, se te para y te entra y te pregunta, hola, ¿cómo tú estás? Te hacen sentir en casa, te explican. Tienen no solamente speakers, personas que se paran y dan un tipo de enseñanza sobre lo que ellos han hecho en su trabajo, que les ha ayudado a progresar, y por eso su compañía ha excedido a lo que tenemos que hacer. Creemos que todos nosotros, como nuevos comerciantes, y sobre todo en el área de Montgomery, donde está creciendo a rajatabla la comunidad hispana, necesitamos tener este tipo de impulso. Y Conroe, Montgomery County y Montgomery County como Montgomery County Chamber certificada, puede darle ese impulso a su pequeño negocio. Sir, any words that you have for the Hispanic community before we close? I know that your time is valuable and you're short of time.
I think to the Hispanic community, anyone, that we're open to everyone. We've hired now one of our front desk staff is bilingual, and she can speak Spanish. We've had a couple new positions open up, and for whatever reason, we have not had and found a bilingual candidate.
Exactly.
But, that's something that we're going to continue to work on. And I'll also leverage my friend Miguel to help us out whenever we need to. They'll be using our facility as well for Montgomery County Hispanic Chamber events.
Exactly.
So we will be there. We'll be the host, but
Exactly.
everything going on in those meetings will be in all Spanish.
Exactly.
And that's
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, you're having an event in Spanish, all Spanish soon. When is the event?
That's in December.
In December.
Yeah, and so we'll be getting that out and all the information that
Will
they can find on there.
Okay.
And for our chamber events is on this one, and then if you go into community events, that'll be
As
on
well.
there as well.
Perfect.
And so, yeah, we look forward to that, and that's an outreach that we'll continue to do, and with people like you trying to help us connect, we'll be successful, and we're looking forward to the.
Sir, it's an honor having you guys. I learned so much about the world of networking through you guys, through BNI as well, because they're members of yours, through so many organizations that I met through my year, and I'm so thrilled that having that backup from you guys, because I learned daily. It's not a thing that you learn right away. It takes time, but at the same time, the good memories and being in LMC is here, and being part of that network as well. That's a completely huge network as well.
It'll be one of your biggest groups
exactly,
that you can lean on.
That I can lean on, and having a great partner with the radio show has made me feel that I'm needed and I'm wanted to continue doing my job. So it's honor to you guys. Thank you so much for coming to the show. El señor Harper acaba de decir unas palabras. Dice claramente que todos los miembros son bienvenidos, hispanos. No importa. Y él dice que es más, contrataron una secretaria. Ellos están localizados en el 505 West Davis. Es la oficina de ellos, que es de ellos comprada. Y ahí tienen la secretaria y ella habla español. Si usted necesita hacer preguntas sobre la cámara, ella puede ayudarle. También dice que va a tener más acceso a papeles y cosas bilingües mediante el señor Miguel López, que el señor Miguel López, como digo, es presidente de la Cámara de Hispanos de Montgomery. Ellos van a estar trabajando conjuntamente en esa misma localidad y ellos van a dar sesiones. Es más, en diciembre, por favor, chequen el website de la Cámara y al mismo tiempo chequen el de que sería MHCH, que sería la Cámara de Montgomery, y les va a decir que va a haber un evento solamente en español. Ese evento desearía que todos ustedes fueran para que pudieran empaparse de lo que está pasando y de lo que realmente estamos trabajando. Montgomery County crece en millones. Necesitamos decir sí como hispanos y también educarnos. Esta es la manera más correcta de hacerlo. El señor Harper dice que él abre la puerta a cualquier persona. No importa que sea de donde sea, la persona puede llegar, preguntar y conseguir acceso. Lo mismo lo voy a repetir en inglés. Ladies and gentlemen, I am thankful to have Mr. Harper here. He gave us a whole speech about how his chamber is working for y'all. And not only for the Hispanic community, for us, well, the Asians, the Black Americans, the Anglo, we are able to reach them anytime. We're able to get the information through the website. We're able to help them continue their process and join them and going to the networking sessions and being part of them, because we are growing. Montgomery is growing in giant steps, and we need all of us as a community to be unified. Networking is the best way of unifying. I will really, really insist on you guys joining them and looking at them. And if you have a small business, grow your business by doing this. Thank you so much, Scott, for having me interview you today. My doors are open anytime, sir, for you and for the chamber. The same for, I told Miguel last time, the same thing. And Voces en Acción is here for you guys. Thank you for listening to our show. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you on our next show. Gracias por escucharnos. Gracias por estar con nosotros. Nos vemos en nuestro próximo show. Que pase un buen día.
Esto fue Voces en Acción, el programa comunitario que informa a nuestra comunidad latina. Voces en Acción, la verdad en acción. Voices in Action, the truth in action. Hasta nuestra próxima edición.